Oh, I'm perfect. How are you doing? I know I'm perfect. And they don't even realize there was one lady over there named Cherry Blossom that told them right from the beginning of the chat that the reason he got a copyright strike was because that little girl Liz was in that four-way screen on the panel and she was streaming my chat. And that's the reason he got a copyright strike. Someone needs to go tell him that. He that flew right over the top of his head. He said I was doing some terrible, horrible thing to him. Well, no, the person who did a terrible, horrible thing to him maybe perhaps was Liz, who streamed somebody else's chat during his live stream, and that's an automatic copyright strike if the person whose chat is being streamed cares to pursue it. And I did because I don't care to have my chat streamed on anybody else's stream, especially not his. Next, been there, done that, copyright struck it. Get somebody else's stream to have Liz come and ruin your stream with. Not my fault. I think the person's fault you need to be talking to is Liz. Because Liz used to come into his chat when I was over there, and she would come blaring up on there on the panel with copyrighted music playing. And I'd said, John, you need to tell her not to be playing the copyright music. You can get a strike. He goes, oh, Lolly, leave her alone. Let her do what she wants. And, he didn't happen to ever get one right off the bat. But, Liz was doing stuff to sabotage his channel all the time. And he got off with that. And so apparently maybe Liz still, whoever she's working for, was still trying to sabotage his channel. So she thought it was a good idea, I guess, thought it would be funny to stream my channel while he's live. And she did. And my two moderators pointed it out. I wasn't even paying attention. And they said, hey, Lolly, they're streaming your chat. I said, oh, really? Really? I said, okay, well, let me go take care of that. And I went and took care of it. And you know what? Don't be saying I did something terrible to you. I did nothing but protect my rights, my copyright rights. This is my content. Somebody over on your chat over there that you weren't paying attention to streamed my chat. So if you're not paying attention to your own chat, you don't know what's going on in your own chat. Don't come back to me and say, I did something terrible to you. The person that did something terrible to you, Mr. Lying Camillo, is the girly girl over there that was streaming my chat in your live stream. So go talk to her. Her name is Liz, Liz. Go speak to her because she's the person who did something terrible, terrible, terrible to you that caused you to get a copyright strike. And he thinks, oh, it'll be appealed because I didn't do anything to her. I didn't do anything to her. Well, yeah, you did because you didn't pay attention to your chat. You didn't pay attention to your live stream. And a teenager over there in your panel streamed another person's live stream during your chat, which is an automatic, let me say that again, automatic copyright strike. You appealed it, good luck. It's not going to be a granted appeal. I grant you that. I'm perfect. Yeah, Whitty must be bored today. She has no interest in him. She's only doing that because she's trying to get to me. But do you think do I sound the least bit jealous? No, I'm so done with him, not in the least bit worried about it. Not at all. I don't give a fuck. Not a flying fuck. Not even a little fuck. Not even tiny low fuck. Not even any fucks at all. Hello, pretty woman. No, honey, pretty woman, I just don't think so because he's gone way too far past everything that has ever been. I shouldn't have probably gone back to him last time, but I did because Perfect wanted me to invest in love and romance, and so I did, and I went and gave it a second chance. But he totally, I don't think you heard the story on the eve before Thanksgiving, pretty woman. I was in his chat. I was moderating for him, just like good old times. And I was in there, and we were talking along, going along, and this one guy called the Juice was on the chat, and he started typing in the chat that he was outside in a field across from my house, across from the buildings on my property, and he had a long-armed rifle, and he was aiming it at one of the windows in my house, and he was going to kill me with it. So, what I did, I blocked him. I, clicked him out of the chat. And you know what John said? Let me give you a guess. John said, "Why'd you block him?" I said, "Well, John," I said, "he just did a death threat on me here in the chat. I blocked him and hid him so he couldn't, say anything else." "Well, you shouldn't have done that." He said, "Unblock him." I said, "What? You want me to unblock him?" I said, "He did a death threat." He said, "You're just weak, Lolly. You are weak." I said, "What?" He said, "You're weak." He said, that's he's just kidding around. I said, "What?" I said, "He's doing a death threat." I said, "You can't do death threats." And you want me, so I just went, I shook my head. So that didn't make me too happy. So then, you know what he did? So then he threw me in the basement because he was mad that I had blocked this guy, the juice. He threw me in the basement for blocking somebody that gave a death threat. So you know what I did? I got ready to leave the building because I'm not going to be thrown in the basement for doing what is supposed to be done. So I went back up briefly, and so then somebody started calling me a Nazi. Now, Pretty Woman, Perfect, I think Perfect knows, but Pretty Woman, I'm a Jewish lady, and two or three people in there started calling me a Nazi. Yeah, I know you're saying neutral, that's fine. But I told him, I said, "John," I said, "these people are calling me a Nazi. Are you going to do anything about it?" And he goes, "Well, you're just weak. You're sensitive." I said, "Well, John," I said, "this is hate speech. You could lose your channel for these people saying this hate speech in your channel." He said, "Well, if you can't take it, you just need to leave YouTube. You just need to get out of here." I said, "Well, okay, great. I'm going to leave then." So I left the channel. I left. They started bullying me and yelling at me, and even John was condoning the people saying the hate speech, saying that I was a Nazi. He was condoning them to use hate speech in his channel, which is against terms of service. It's against the hate speech rules that are in effect at YouTube. And John, as the owner of the channel, the moderator of the channel, chief moderator and owner of the channel, he was condoning the use of hate speech and inciting all of them to bully and harass me. At least I had the wherewithal just to go ahead and leave myself because I'm not going to sit in there and be harassed and abused, especially when my quote unquote boyfriend of a year is a person that's condoning the hate speech. I mean, I couldn't even believe it. I think someone else told me that they think maybe John has a brain tumor or something. Maybe something's wrong with him for his behavior to change so suddenly like that. I know, perfect. He can't even send a link without me, and he probably apparently can't even watch his chat to see who's restreaming somebody else's stream in there. Because if he gets another couple of copyright strikes like that, he could essentially lose his channel. Because I think you only get 3 strikes before you lose your channel. So God bless him. I don't know. Yeah, you're correct. Perfect. It's never, she says she likes to stay neutral because it's never really a good idea to speak bad about someone's love interest when because they usually go back. Well, that's probably true, but I made a mistake when I went back last time, perfect, and I am bound and determined to not make that mistake a second time, you know, because I was really undergoing really only mental and verbal abuse. I wasn't undergoing physical abuse, and I made the mistake thinking that usually I knew the rule that if you undergo physical abuse, you don't ever go back. You don't ever go back after the first time of physical abuse. But I guess I didn't ever learn that that really should go for mental and verbal abuse as well. I never learned that rule. I did learn the rule about the first time somebody physically abuses you, you have to leave. And I did that. I learned that and I did that when I was first physically abused. I left the person that did that to me. But I didn't really think it was the same thing with, a little bit of verbal abuse. I felt like I could take a little bit of abuse. I'm a strong person. I'm a strong, confident lady, a woman. Perfect said, "I don't care for John because I'm not allowed to be nice to you." Yeah, I know, every time Perfect was nice to me over there, he would be mean to her or be hateful to her or kick her out, or I really apologize for his behavior, Perfect. It's terrible the way he spoke with you. I felt very badly every time I heard him speak to you like that. It wasn't just you, though, if it makes you feel better. Anytime anybody showed me any words of support, Perfect, he would quickly say a few mean words to them and block them. It was no wonder I had no supporters in there because anytime anybody said any word, even 1, 2, or 3 words of support, he would block them, get them out of there and hide them. You were really the only one left, Perfect. You were the only one left. You kept being persistent, and I kept kind of unhiding you, and then other moderators started unhiding you, Perfect, as well. But a lot of other people, weren't as long-term fans of me, and after they got hidden or, blocked 1 or 2 times, they wouldn't come back. Yep, yep. Oh, I've got a call here, just a minute, I'm going on mute for a few minutes, everybody, I'll be right back. Hey guys. Sorry it took me so long. It was a long call. I apologize for the length of the call. What's going on? I'm fine, Dark Knight. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm perfectly fine. No, I'm not thinking about terminating the channel, not at all. No, no, perfect. I'm gonna be doing, like I said, I'm trying to do the rest of the images I'm gonna do this week of my rest of my artwork so I can do some more slideshows of all my artwork from this year. So I can do more of my slideshows to put up on my channel. Yep. That's what I'm doing. Hey, Bella Grace. Hey, welcome to the channel. Welcome anybody that's come in since I had a long call there. I apologize for the length of the call. No, Dark Knight, I'm fine. No problem. Did I ever put you a invitation in the thing, or do I need to put one in there now, Dark Knight? I don't know if I did or not. I can't remember. Do you need a panel invite, Dark Knight? No, everything's fine. Don't be concerned about me. For heavens, no. I'm perfect. I'm almost as perfect as I'm perfect. Bella Grace said, "Do you have any interest in working things out with John?" No, ma'am, Miss Bella Grace. John has worked my last nerve, and he had his last chance, which was his second chance. I gave him a chance after the last time that I had broken up with him. I gave him a second chance, and he blew it when he disrespected me on the night before Thanksgiving, when he let a guy do a death threat against me in his chat, and when I blocked the guy that did the death threat, he got mad at me and threw me in the basement and said I was wrong for blocking someone that did a death threat. And then when I came back up from the basement, then two of the guys in there started calling me a Nazi. And, I'm a Jewish lady. And I got upset about that and asked John, I said, "Well, John, they're using hate speech in your chat. You could get a strike, you know." He said, "Oh, no, he told me I was weak." He said, I didn't belong on YouTube because I was just a weak minded person. And I said, "Well, John, no, I'm not weak-minded. I'm very confident and, I'm fine. But hate speech is against the rules of YouTube. It's against the terms of service. And if you keep letting people use hate speech in your channel, you could get a strike." He says, "Oh, Lolly, you're just weak." And so then he started encouraging the people to call me a Nazi. He was encouraging and condoning the hate speech, which is really, really, really a good way to get your channel struck down or completely terminated. But that it's his channel. So, if he wants to let people say hate speech in his channel, he's going to have to live with it. Kind of the same way, like, I heard that he got a copyright strike tonight, and he's already blaming LOLLY. But the real reason he got a copyright strike is because that girl Liz, who used to be Anderson Henderson's girlfriend, was sitting over there on his panel, and she was restreaming my channel, the Lolly Cunningham channel. She was restreaming it in his channel while she was up on his panel. Now, the reason he got a copyright strike wasn't because I'm Lolly Cunningham. It wasn't because he thinks Lolly Cunningham is being mean to him, or he thinks I'm mad at him, or he thinks I'm a horrible, evil person. He needs to go talk to Liz and ask her why she was restreaming the Lolly Cunningham channel up on panel while she was on panel up on his show on the, what is it called, the King of Truth show. That's who he needs to talk to, because that is the reason he got a copyright strike, because she was restreaming my copyrighted content over there on his panel. That's the reason. That's the reason he got a copyright strike. So I heard somebody say he appealed it, but it's going to be a hard way to go because the computer matched my content coming out of his stream over there. So good luck on that. It ain't gonna work. Your copyright strike is gonna stay, whether you appealed it or not. Good luck on that. But see, he's all mad at me and making everybody think I'm a horrible, evil person. It said right on the thing, it's a copyright strike done by Lolly Cunningham, because my content, my stream over here was coming out of the TV monitor, the computer monitor of Liz, who was sitting up on your four-way stream, your four-way panel up there. So go talk to Liz. She's the person that caused you, King of Truth, to get a copyright strike, not Lolly Cunningham. We were sitting over here minding our own business, having our own little stream over here. It was somebody over on your stream that caused you to get a strike. Now, if you had been paying attention to your channel over there and paying attention to what the people on your panel were doing, maybe you would have been able to not have a strike. It's kind of like when the people are giving out hate speech and yelling, "You're a Nazi, you're a Nazi, you're a Nazi." Maybe that would, same sort of principle. But, that's neither here nor there. Yep, okay. Anyway, oop, I got another phone call. Man, my phone keeps ringing off the hook. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to stay so long. That was a little bit shorter, though. Do you need a panel invite? Let me go put it in Twitter for you, Dark Knight. I thought I didn't remember if I'd done it or not. Let me do it real quick. Okay, it's in there now, Dark Knight. If you want to come in, there you go. Okay, there you go. I couldn't remember if I had done it. We've done too many different streams now. I couldn't recall. Sorry. Thank you for everybody waiting. Um, I I keep getting phone calls and I keep trying to get back, and I'm so sorry. I appreciate everybody waiting around. I do. Mhm. You okay, Dark Knight?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I couldn't, that one long call, I couldn't come back. It was important. I had to stay on it. But I appreciate you holding it down for me, brother. Hey, out on the wire, how are you tonight? Good to see you. Good to see you. It's been a crazy day out in the wire, man. It's been crazy up in here. It's been crazy up in this bitch. Hadn't it been, Dark Knight? Are you okay, Dark Knight? I'm okay. What was somebody telling you? Is somebody telling you? I thought I heard someone saying that some bunch of bullshit that something was going on, and something was certainly not going on. Nothing was bad going on about me. Someone was trying to make you think that something bad was going on about me, but it was not. Thank you. I know, Perfect. I can't believe it. Thank you, Perfect. I'm fine, Dark Knight. I'm fine. Thank you for worrying about me. I'm a very strong woman. I'm a strong lady. And I'm not doing nothing to do nothing about me. I'm not doing nothing bad about doing nothing bad to me. Don't even worry about it. I know. I'm okay, Dark Knight. I would never do anything to hurt myself. Don't you even think about that. Don't even think about it. So if somebody comes in and tells you that, you better figure out what's wrong with them for why they're telling you that, because they're wrong. I'm okay. I appreciate you thinking about me so nicely to be worried about me. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate you. I do. I truly do.
Miss,
Now I'm getting sleepy. Now I'm yawning.
send the link to the show. She's
Yeah, I put a link in hers when I was over there. If you can do you want to try to phone her and tell her that there's a new link over there? I don't know if she knows we're, coming back. I told her midnight, and we did it early because
okay. Let me see if
crying
I can get a
Camilo.
hold of her. I'll be back.
Yeah, yeah. Crying Camilla was trying to get back up on here to start slandering me again, so I felt like I should come back up and try to be on here. Hey, Perfect said, I'm glad you're strong, Lolly. I hope that I could handle myself through all that backstabbing. I know it's a lot of backstabbing, that's for sure. Backstabbing, slander, tomfoolery, and fuckery, all four in the kind, and all the way along the road, Perfect. Kinda like when those ninja stars start flying, you gotta duck and roll and run across the field and, swim across the lake. You gotta stay in motion so nobody can get to you. No, but I'm feeling great. Everything is great. Perfect said, "You did nothing to warrant that kind of hate." I know, Perfect. I agree. I did nothing to warrant any kind of hate like that. And, did you notice how it just went completely over his head that I did nothing to warrant the hate he was giving toward me because he got a copyright strike? When the person he needs to hate, if he thinks he needs to dole out hate because of getting a copyright strike, perhaps it'll be the person who was responsible for him getting the copyright strike, which would be the person who was streaming a live stream during his panel chat over there. It wasn't me. I was sitting over here with my own panel and my own live stream. I was doing nothing wrong. But there was a individual who was on his panel in his live stream who was streaming my live stream during his live stream. Now that is a violation. You can't do that. It's against the rules because when she started streaming my content through his live panel, that counts as a copyright. It's I could put a copyright strike on him, and I did, because he wasn't paying it as usual, was paying no attention to his own panel or his own chat, had no idea what was going on, you know? I'm not going back. Perfect. No, I'm not. I made the wrong decision one time, and again, one time, I do know is the most I can make that mistake. So I won't be making that mistake again. Nope. Even though I'm heartbroken, I'd rather be heartbroken than a puddled mess on the floor next time. No, I'm done. I'm moving on upward in a positive motion and forward motion, an optimistic motion, and I am going to go on to bigger and better things. That's what I'm going to do. But seriously, and there's one lady over there named Cherry Blossom who's trying to say, "Well, the reason you got a strike is because Liz was streaming LOLLY's show in your chat." I know. Well, I'm just saying this one time, but he didn't listen to her. Well, somebody told him the exact reason, but he just brushed that aside and went on to bash me. And that's all the rest I'm going to say about it. So anyway, oh, look, we're up to 20 people. That's lovely. I appreciate everybody coming in. Yep, I wish John nothing but the best. I hope he has good health and good life and a happy ever after. That's what I wish. Perfect. That's right. He never listened to me either. That's correct. Perfect. And see, I wasn't going to say that, but you are correct, ma'am. Miss Perfect. You are correct. And when that happened to me, I used to try to get if German lady was in there or some of the other ladies that he listened to sometimes, I tried to get them to tell Rachella, different other ladies, because he got to where he wouldn't listen to me, and then he'd get really mad at me and angry, and then he would take it out on me later, so I wouldn't tell him more than once or twice. I wouldn't. That's true. But he's really convinced that I did something evil to him by giving him the copyright strike, and he's sure they're gonna appeal it because I just did something and it's gonna be overturned. because there's nothing that he did wrong. He didn't even have me on my sub list, or he wouldn't he'd sub to me, so there was nothing I could have done he could have done to me to warrant me giving him a copyright strike. Well, I guess he'll find out. I'm sure they probably won't explain it to him. That's usually how they do. They don't explain it. Just tell him your appeal has been denied, and then he'll be bashing me the next way to Sunday. Well, that's okay. That's okay. He does it all the time anyway. I'm kind of getting used to it. Well, I just did. I wished him the best. Didn't you hear me say that? I did. I wished him the best and good health and heart and happiness. Yep. I'm sure he'll meet somebody else that has probably at least $900 million and thinks the best of him. I'm sure she'll be blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and big-busted as well. Don't you think? Perfect. I'm sure she'll be from California as well, just like me and you. You're probably right. You're probably right, Perfect. After the storm, he'll try to get you back. Yeah, I know you're right. Oh, wait, no, here's the phone again. Wait a second, I'll be right back.